Welcome, everyone, to our very first shareholder meeting. Um, Basically, what I want to do here in this video today is just kind of review where we're at, get a feeling from you guys about if you're happy with the new type of content, if there's anything you feel like is missing, anything that you would like to see. If you are a paid member, thank you so much for being here. If you're not a paid member and you're thinking about becoming a paid member, or maybe you're not even thinking about it, but if you're curious about it, this should shed some light on what the plan is and what we're doing, what this Patreon has to offer, and what's going on with me. And yeah, and I'd like to hear from you guys. So feel free, if you have anything to add or any questions, feel free to post in the comments here. I have been working very hard over the past month, or more than a month actually, basically since my spring semester of teaching ended. I started working on revamping my Patreon, and now that I'm pretty much up to date with content for the rest of this year to be posting once a week on Patreon, now I can kind of focus more on putting more on YouTube as well. And the reason is I've discovered, after kind of getting back into being more regular with my content on Patreon, is that I really need to be active on other platforms to bring people over, because relying just on Patreon to find people is really not sufficient. So you'll be seeing a bit more from me on YouTube as well. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, then hi, hello, welcome. My name is Jennifer King. I am an artist. I specialize in oil painting, and I got my bachelor's in drawing and painting from Cal State Fullerton and my master's of fine art from Claremont in studio art. And I've been teaching for almost 9 years now, I believe, at Cal State Fullerton University, as well as Mount San Antonio College, Community College. I've also taught at Riverside City Community College. So I have a lot of experience, and I've been making videos. I started in 2020 when the pandemic hit and we needed to figure out how to, mid-semester, how do we pivot from in-person classes to online, and it was a huge learning curve. And I just pretty much for like the rest of that year was just really trying hard to figure out how to film, edit, post on YouTube. A lot of my videos that I did at that time are like unlisted on YouTube just because the quality is so bad, because I was learning, and I'm still learning. I'm still kind of a newbie at all of this, but I have been getting better. I've been practicing a lot. I've been learning a lot about video editing. I've been using Adobe Premiere Pro. Now I have a good camera. I've got a good microphone that I've learned how to use more properly. So I've really been putting a lot of effort into figuring out how to make everything look and sound better, and how to be a more effective teacher in a video format. So I've been working very hard on getting content ready, scheduled to be posted once a week for the rest of this year. So I'm pretty much up to date with that. So I am going to show you what kind of posts are coming soon, so you can make a decision about whether you would like to sign up to be a Patreon member or not. Yeah, and I would like to get to a point of being a lot more regular on YouTube as well, but it's going to take me some time to kind of figure that out. Now that I've kind of gotten into a groove on Patreon, I'm kind of doing one thing at a time, right? But I would like to be more active over there. And I also have some ideas for live streaming on YouTube as well. But so I need to do some research to learn how to do this properly. But I know that you can have like your Patreon members that are on Discord, like as a chat on your YouTube video. And I'm wondering if that can work, or if it has to be through the YouTube chat. I don't know, but what if it's possible, and if I'm understanding the process correctly, which again, I have to research. I don't know how to do this yet, but my vision of what I'd like to do is to be able to live stream on YouTube, and the only people who can comment in the chat are the paid Patreon members. I think that would just be another nice perk for you guys. So for those who don't know, the Patreon membership, what I'm posting, well, I'm going to show you in a moment what I'm posting, but it's a variety of art educational stuff, but I am also going to be sprinkling in some kind of more relaxed, fun things. Like, for example, I just filmed a video of me playing a game, Pools, which is like a liminal space walking simulator game, while talking about some art topics and giving my opinion and advice on certain art related things. That was a really fun, easy video to make, and I would definitely like to do more of those. And I think that could work really well as a live stream idea. So lots of ideas brewing, and I'm just learning how to actually implement those things. But let me show you, first of all, where we're at as of now, which is late July 2026. Wow, can't believe we're halfway through the year. That is crazy. Here we are I'm just showing you my dashboard here on Patreon, that we currently have 19 subscribers, 6 of which are paid. So we're very, very small right now. So small, in fact, that no one has posted yet on the Discord. We do have a Discord, and I'm planning that once we get enough people and people who are interested in participating in monthly live critique sessions, that the last Monday of each month, I will go live on Discord at 6 p.m. and look through any posted artworks from the members who would like their work critiqued, and just kind of go through and talk about them and talk with you guys and see if anyone has questions or ideas, or kind of having a little art critique, which I think would be cool. And I think that the idea of building a little art community here and using Discord for that social aspect, I think is quite nice. Now, Patreon does have some things built in, like there's like a chat area where you can message your subscribers and stuff, and I would like to find a way to encourage people to post there as well. I'm actually a member of a few other Patreons. One of them, her Patreon is called, I think it's called Goth Mother or Goth Mother Salon. Anyway, she's like a very beautiful Polish goth lady who makes content about everything goth and fashion and all sorts of stuff like that. But anyway, she has a Patreon, and in her message chat thing, whatever it's called, you know, her members will sometimes just either ask questions or post post things, ideas. Sometimes she'll prompt things like, hey, like, what are your opinions on this? And then it'll start a discussion, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to connect to, well, I mean, this is nothing new. The internet has been around for a long time. You know how it works. It's cool to build community online. So, again, we're very, very small right now. So I know that this is going to take time to build, but I am committed to keep trying and to see if we can build a bigger community here. So just a little bit about me and my current situation is that I am an artist. I'm also an educator. Being an educator does not always pay very well, and I'm not currently represented by any gallery or anything like that. So I don't have consistent pay through my art. It's really just through the schools that I work for, and I'm looking to have some sort of creative way of making money, because the art world right now is in shambles. The economy is terrible. So getting a gallery right now is just not realistic, and it might never happen. And I've been going through this sort of grieving process of letting that dream go, but also doing this, focusing on the Patreon stuff for the past month has really saved me. It's really given me a goal, and it's really made me excited because I love learning. So I'm enjoying learning how to film and edit and brainstorming. And I know I'm late to the party, but I discovered, what's it called? Microsoft OneNote. And I'm like making all of these notes and scripts for videos and research and all sorts of stuff. And it's been really cool. It's been really fun. For quite a long time now, I don't know, the past decade or so, my source of entertainment has been like primarily YouTube. I don't have cable TV. I don't have Netflix. I don't have any of those streaming services. I just have YouTube, and I love it. I watch it all the time. And I have, certain channels that I keep going back to over and over. Like I watch Gab Smolders and John Wolfe and Meat Canyon. And, there's a few of my favorites that I watch all the time. And I was thinking, like YouTube is a big deal and Patreon is getting more common. And it's just such a cool outlet for creatives to feel seen and heard in a way that the fine art world just could never do for me. And so I'm really kind of excited about it. I'm keeping my expectations low, obviously, because I know it takes many, many years and hours of work and dedication and resilience and productivity and all of that to grow something into something. But I think that we have a real chance here to make this something really meaningful. And I just love the idea of sharing the knowledge that I have on oil painting, especially. I do other things other than oil painting. I'm very proficient with drawing. I can do watercolor, gouache, acrylic. Like I've done all the different mediums as far as like, fine art and physical materials, but my specialty is oil painting. So I get especially excited to teach oil painting and color theory, to sharing just my thoughts on being a creative person and that sort of lifestyle. And yeah, I could talk about that stuff all day. So why not do it here, right? I'm super rambling. I was thinking this was going to be a really short video, and it's totally not going to be short. It's going to be long. But I'm trying to go as quickly as possible. I promise. I just want to show you. Let me head over to library. Okay. So since revamping, which the revamp, I think I was starting I started in June. June 8th is when the new content started rolling out. What I do is at the beginning of the month, I post a project challenge. And then between that and the end of the month, I'll post a few other things once a week, such as photographs for art reference practice, like still life setups and stuff like that. I will post videos on just various different topics, such as painting and drawing techniques, my thoughts on creativity and my thoughts on art, and maybe even reading through certain art articles and just stuff like that, right? And then at the end of the month, I'll do the live stream on Discord for the art critique. If you decide to do the project challenge, that would be a great option of what you could post for the art critique. However, it doesn't have to be the project challenge, and it doesn't have to be the project challenge from that month. For example, if you see a project challenge from earlier that you haven't done yet that you like better than the current month project challenge, you could do that as well. I think these are great options in terms of practicing your artistic skills, learning new artistic skills, having some motivation if you're driven by like deadlines and things like that. It's just a great learning process. However, if you don't want to do the project challenges, and if you have your own art practice that you are kind of more interested in showing the work that you're already doing for the art critiques on Discord, that's fine too. I'm kind of open to whatever you feel like posting for that month for the critique is totally fine with me. Now, we have had critiques scheduled, but we haven't done one yet because we haven't had anyone post anything yet. But eventually, when we get enough people, there will be people posting, and then it will happen. but yeah, so and I think I have another video here. As you can see, June 12th, I posted a quick start direction for if you're a paid member on Patreon. It's just to show you how to connect your Discord so you can start participating in those critiques. Or if you don't want to, the Discord is also just a way that we can communicate. There's like a area if you have questions that you want to start some questions there, stuff like that. You can see still life references got posted next. I posted a video on my thoughts on creativity and productivity. That's a big topic. I could definitely do more videos on that idea alone. Then the study of eyes in oil paint. That was the beginning of this month project challenge post on the 6th. And then I posted, the next week I posted this liminal space discussion. This one was pretty interesting. I kind of breezed through a couple articles on liminal space, which, if you don't know, it's like an aesthetic that has kind of had more mainstream popularity recently because of the Backrooms movie that came out, but it's been a little niche thing on the internet for quite a while now that I find really interesting, and I think there's a reason why this aesthetic is resonating so much with us today. And so if you want to hear my thoughts on that, I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, and then the following week was more reference photos, the soft vaporwave theme. So each month when I post some reference photos, they'll each have a different theme. Like there will be like a advanced, detailed, shiny surface theme, a simple shape theme, maybe like a monochromatic theme, maybe a Halloween theme, like we're going to have different themes for each drop. Recently, very recently, I just on a whim did a little video that I posted onto my YouTube on just a tour of my revamped desk setup. I've been spending a lot more time at my desk recently because of all this Patreon and YouTube stuff that I've been doing. Boy, let me tell you, getting a decent office chair has made all the difference because now I can sit here for longer periods of time and I'm very comfortable. I had a lot of fun updating the aesthetic of my desk. I watched a ton of YouTube videos and just got like super inspired by everyone's like beautiful stuff. And my video pales in comparison to the other ones that I saw, but it was fun. It was fun to make, and I kind of wanted to document the moment of my desk being very beautiful and organized, because who knows if it will stay that way. For some reason, my desk tends to be the place that everything gets dumped. And so I'm trying to break that habit because I want to keep it's a very small space. I don't have a lot of space for clutter. So, I want to keep this a very clean, organized, productive space. And I'm just really happy with how it all turned out. So anyway, that was fun. The third project challenge, which is not yet posted. So now we're getting into stuff that hasn't been posted yet. So I'm trying to get you guys excited about what's to come. And I would also like to take this moment to encourage you, if you have any friends that you think might enjoy this kind of content, if you come across anyone who's talking about wanting to learn more about drawing and painting, if you know people who are on Patreon, please share this information with them. And again, like, they can join for free at first just to kind of see the whole backlog of the previous year of posts that I've made and kind of get a little bit of, they can watch this video, get a little idea of what this is before they commit to being a paid member. But I think with all the stuff that I've posted so far and what's coming, I think that $5 a month is a pretty good deal for the educational content. So, and I hope that you all agree. And if you're watching this on YouTube, a like, a comment, a subscribe, a share, any kind of way that you interact with this video is really helpful to me, and I appreciate it so much. I'm currently at somewhere around 370 something subscribers on my YouTube, and I have a goal that I'd like to reach 500 by the end of this year. I think that that's a pretty reasonable goal, and if you'd like to help me reach that goal, I really, really appreciate it. Okay, let's get into the stuff that's coming soon. So the third project challenge is going to be next, and that is going to be this really cool video on how to control your values. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in art, in drawing and painting, like when you're talking about the lightness to darkness of, that range of light to dark in your image, in your drawing or your painting or whatever you're making, that's called values. And they're really important to be able to control when you're trying to express a certain mood, or if you're trying to go for drawing and painting realism. So being able to really have a good control and sense of values and being able to match values, all of that is super important in terms of drawing and painting skills. And I think it gets overlooked a lot. A lot of people tend to focus on color because color is exciting, but values are where it's at. That is really going to bring your work up to the next level. And even if you're a professional painter, even if you're someone who's been painting and drawing for many, many years, this is still a really great exercise. Think of it as practice, as a way to kind of revisit some skills and challenge yourself with a little project here. So I cover low contrast versus high contrast, and full range of value versus like I cover all that stuff. So that will be up on the 3rd. Still life references. Okay, so the next one is going to be, actually I'm just going to show you. It's a beautiful set of images of simple setups. So you can kind of see here that the shape of the objects are a bit more simple. Like we've got bowls and eggs and boxes and stuff like that. So that is coming on August 10th. And then we've got the following week will be information about brush hair. So for like oil painting specifically. Then the week after that will be my pools playthrough, the one I was telling you about, where I ramble about some various art related stuff. And notice I say part 1 because I am going to do more. By the way, if you have any particular like easy, cozy games or walking simulator games that you'd like to see me play, comment below and I will put it on my list for the future. Artist references, Pinterest boards. I've spent years building some Pinterest boards of really great reference images that I think are really helpful. Like there's a whole board just on heads, a whole one just on hands, one on feet, one on full body, all that good stuff. I think I have one on skulls and anatomy and stuff like that. So that can be a really helpful resource. And then I have a video on thumbnails and specifically Notan, which is a very simplified design exercise that's going to improve your compositional skills. More still life reference photos, lighting the subject, a quick guide video for artists. So if you're setting up your own still life setup, for example, this would be a good one to watch. That's coming in September. My background technique. So in my own paintings, I have been creating these really beautiful, washy, drippy backgrounds with oil paint. So I walk you through this technique. Okay, and then Styles Study Project Challenge. That one is going to be really interesting for you guys. It's all about how to take inspiration from another artist's style and do your own study of it. So that will be coming in November. More still life references, color temperature, that's also coming in November. My whole lecture that I do for my college advanced life painting class gets that lecture, so you guys can learn about color temperature, which is also super important as a painter. And there's a couple that haven't been posted yet because I'm working on them. So I think I just have to make one for October and one for December, and then I'm completely caught up for this entire year in terms of posts for posting once a week. And if I have time during the semester to make even more, I will. So you may see just a couple extra posts here and there, but the bare minimum, my plan was to have one once a week for you guys. That is what I have here so far. And then if you are on Patreon, but maybe haven't really researched my YouTube channel very much, I have a recent video on there on the topic of a really interesting pigment used in oil paint that has an interesting history. So I do a little quick deep dive on, the color is called Caput Mortum. Caput Mortuum. That's how to pronounce it. And it's actually one of my favorite colors to paint with. I always have it on hand when I am painting, and I show examples of how I use it in my own work. So if that sounds interesting to you, please head over there and check it out if you haven't yet already done so. And if you watch the video all the way to the end, it does help the algorithm to tell YouTube that people are interested and they're not clicking away early. It shows YouTube that, okay, we're going to keep showing this to more people. So those are some little easy, free ways for you to help me in terms of engaging with my YouTube stuff. And I appreciate it so much. And that's kind of all that I have to show you on here. So just a few other things to note. As I mentioned, it's currently July, so we're into the summertime where I don't have my classes that I normally teach. So I teach in the fall and spring semesters. So aside from the Patreon and the YouTube stuff, I'm of course trying to get back into the swing of things of like my own painting practice, which it's been quite difficult. It's been quite stressful. The rent for my studio space has been raised significantly, and I'm just uncertain of the future and uncertain about how long I can keep my studio space, and very uncertain times, I must say, in terms of the art world, my painting practice. It's all kind of up in the air, and I'm just happy that I at least have this stuff here on Patreon and YouTube to focus my attention on for a while, because I feel at least a little bit of promise and hope with doing this kind of work here, that at least I could maybe find people who appreciate my work. I feel right now pretty negative about the fine art world. I don't feel like I have much support from people there. It can at times be a very unfriendly place, and right now everyone is in survival mode because the economy is so bad. And because the economy is so bad, no one's really purchasing art. I mean, I shouldn't say no one. That's overgeneralizing. I tend to do that. I'm trying not to do that. But in general, a lot less people are buying art, and they're trying to pay less for art. And it's just not a time politically where art is very appreciated either, which is very disheartening. So there's many, many ways where being an artist right now is becoming very difficult. I haven't even touched on AI because I'm not going to even start, because if I start that, we'll be here for like another hour, and I'm not going to do that to you. I really hope this video hasn't gotten too excruciatingly long, but I do appreciate that you guys watched. If you made it all the way through to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching me ramble, and thank you for attending this shareholder meeting. Appreciate it so much, and we will do more of these, I think, in the future. I think it'll be good for me to kind of show you guys where we're at, what's happening, what's coming soon, what the plan is, and just to kind of keep you up to date with what's going on. I think it's good for me and for you. So we'll maybe do one and like another one in, I don't know, 3 to 6 months. Let's see. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to let you go, and hope to see you some more on Patreon and here on YouTube as well. Bye-bye.